Hongfei, over to you.
Okay, my name is Hongfei, and this is my project presentation for my project of AI-powered algorithmic trading in action. So first, let's see the table of content in this presentation. Let me move this window away a little bit. Okay, so I think there are 6 parts of this presentation. The first is the motivation of the project and objective, and then the relative work study, and then the methodology and the results ahead, and finally this discussion and conclusion. So let's start from the motivation. So the project motivation is the rule-based MT5 VAs runs consistently, but profits often come with drawdown clusters during regime shifts. There's during like market shifts, like when we're going through one market to another, and sometimes when we're going through trending markets to sideways markets, that's hard to predict. So even though it is rule-based strategy, it can have lost sometimes. So this is the demonstration of the same strategy, but different market. Both are foreign exchange. I think this one is the Euro USD and this is AUD USD. So different parameters, but the same strategy. And this one shows a lot of drawdown, and this one is going up smoothly. So also the pure machine learning trading is hard to generalize because markets are noisy and non-stationary. So we can't use AI or large language model or any machine learning technique to predict the market. That will not work. So we can only use rule-based and we can only use the AI. So we got to combine them together. And machine learning is for risk control. Okay, so the objective of this project is first to build a reproducible EA baselines and then test machine learning as a risk gating layer to reduce the loss clustering. So, these are our main outcome. So the first one is our strategy, and then it's the diagnostics of the failure mode. That is why our strategy is losing money, and then our machine learning steps in and doing the risk control thing. Yeah. So the detail of the relative work is in my reports, but I put something that is most relevant here. So these two parts are about how I design my EA, my rule-based strategy. So the first one saying is a practical baseline for the robustness and all the ability. And the second one is about my first strategy is Bollinger Band, not automatically on edge without careful interpretation. That means though Bollinger Band is a useful tool, but you can't count on it to work every time. Just when it hit the upper band, it will fall back to the middle, or when it hit the lower band, it will go back to the upper. So it has to be other constraints to make the strategy work. And there are 2 more here. And these 2 are about machine learning, and these 2 are mainly stating that machine learning can be used to predict things, but to use as risk control, to say no for some trades, to learn when a trade is dangerous, is risky, and it can learn the pattern and say no. Yeah. So here is my methodology overview. So I got two strategy in total. One is ADX-filtered Bollinger Band mean-reversion. So here is some important point of my strategy about entry, the regime filter, the stop loss and take profit point. This is a dynamic stop loss and take profit. It moves with the ATR. And this break-even rule is when the profit of a trade like goes to a level and it will close like in my parameter I let it be 30% of the trade and then the rest go on and have a take profit progress trigger. So this is the graph of a market situation when I execute the strategy. It's in the backtest, of course. I'm not making real money. So this is when in the sideways market. In the sideways market, the strategy will start trading. And below here, these are the ADX index, and these are the uh, positive direction. These are the negative direction. See if the ADX is going up, so the trend goes up, and it will not trade. But doing these part, the strategy will work. So on the contrary, the other one is a ATR volatility breakout. So like quite contrary to the one before, it makes money in the trending market. So the entry and the ATR filter and stop loss take profit is also dynamic. And there's a stop management for the when the profit is going high, the stop management also goes high. It's using the ATR trailing. So it's just ATR plus multiplier, and when the profit is high, it goes high to like have more profit. Yeah. So I also got a picture of the strategy. So when there is trending market, it's going down. When there's trend here, it will go in. And when this going up and down, it won't have any trade. Yeah. And this one is of course ATR. Yeah. So another thing about this is our backtesting protocol, and I have 6 markets in total. So I assume you guys already know the property of like I say property of each market. Like someone is going up and down regularly, someone like Euro USD is going smoothly, and yeah. So there's a quite different markets. So some when I was doing my backtesting, some parameters will work in one market like Euro USD, but when I apply to Bitcoin or DOC USD, or it will not even trade. So this is quite different. So the backtest objective is to test the behavior across different market structures and compare mean reversion and volatility breakout logic, and identify if my strategy is robust. And the evaluation matrix is the profitability, net profit, profit factor, and risk is measured by max equity drawdown. And the behavior is trade count, ring rate. And stability is equity curve shape and loss clusters. So we have these things to measure whether our backtest is good or bad. And our machine learning, as I said above, is based on the EA. And the output is yes trade or no trade. And the data set I use is from the backtest. Every tick, I got a entry, and I throw that to the algorithm and learn the pattern and say allow or block. Yeah. So the validation I said is the first 50% of the data set is used for training, and 25% the later front 10-24% is for the validation, and the last 25% is for testing and designed to reduce look-ahead bias. So I use like GBM for the model, and it used p-block threshold. So here are the results. I just put them here really quick. Yeah, and all the result is listed here. This one is the ADX-Bollinger Band. So all 6 markets remained profitable, and Euro USD was the cleanest case. Euro USD is right here, with 9.42 maximum drawdown and a reasonable trade number. And the commodities and AUD USD had higher risk cost, which means they are higher in the drawdown. Yeah. Okay, so this is the result for another one. So this one is the ATR breakout. So also it remains profitable. Everyone is profit, like at least 50% annually. By the way, the test is all from the beginning of 2024 to the end of 2025. So the backtest is the two year time frame. So yeah, these profit are all based on 2 years. But what interesting about this one is the Bitcoin is the most fit with the ATR strategy, and the foreign exchange and commodity shows higher drawdown. So it's like lower than the higher than the previous strategy, all of them. Yeah. So this is the point. This is the net profit versus max equity drawdown graph. You can see the Euro USD of the ADX Bollinger Band mean reversion. The first strategy works the best with the highest net profit and the lowest drawdown. And you can see here the second strategy, the Bitcoin with ATR, it works the best. Though it's not high as this is exaggerating high, but this is like normal high, like 100% per year, but still very low drawdown. And overall, the ATR strategy is not working as good as the ADX. And the XTR USD works the worst with the ADX strategy, maybe because the oil is going up and down because geopolitics things is hard to like foresee, and every move is in a sudden. So the strategy for the sideways market is not that fit for it. So this is another graph for the profit factor and total trades. The profit factor we can also see here. The Euro USD has fair trade numbers and high profit factor. So I also think this one is the best here. Yeah. And yeah. So here comes to our failure mode diagnostics. So not every strategy is winning every time. So I just look into that and see why it is losing money. So first for our ADX, the strategy winning in sideways markets. So the environment it expected is a range bound mean reversion. So that means the price go up to the Bollinger Band and it will move back to the middle. Yeah, when it does this, it will profit. But many times it is just false breakout. It tends to go up, but it's not going that up, and it goes down quickly. So the strategy will fail. And also it used ADX as the like a go sign for the trade. But ADX is like not always in time. It got delayed. So it sometimes cannot have the whole situation. So this is why machine learning, I think it should be useful on this because the ADX, it can learn from the pattern, learn from the pattern which is look dangerous, which looks okay, and have another risk control. Yeah. So outcome would be a loss. And for another one is my ATR strategy. Winning in the trending market, it should be expecting environment is in a trending market. But sometimes the breakout does not continue, so it falls back like a sideways market. So it will lose money when something like that happens. So when it goes down, the ATR doesn't necessarily go down with it, so it will re-enter, and that will like compile the loss, go up and up. Yeah. So now we go to our machine learning part. So I just pick one strategy for the machine learning because there's three reasons. So just as I said, the ADX Bollinger Band strategy are more suitable at the proof of concept baseline, and it has clear and more interpretable failure mode. So I use the parameters indicators in the data set is just the indicators parameters I have in the strategy. So it's pretty clear. And the engineering and compute constraints, my computer is down a lot of times running that program, so I only got to do one. Yeah, so these are the indicators I have for this data set. So first one is Bollinger Band, and then is ADX, and this is the direction going up and going down of the ADX. And ATR is for the stop loss and take profit, and there's a spread and stop loss and take profit distance. So I choose this as my indicators. I keep it minimal. Oh, so here is the results of the machine learning, the light GBM. And so I set the threshold to be 0.1. I did a threshold swap of everything. And it turns out the 0.1 is like the most promising one. And yeah, it tends to block everything and saying I'm doing 99% of correctness because many of them should be blocked. So that is just like one code that just block everything. So that doesn't count. So I lowered the threshold. So from here, we can see the ROC AUC, this thing here and the macro F1, these two compared together, we can find the best balance is Euro USD and Dog USD, and the weakest is the XTI USD. So here's the discussion and evaluation. So both EAs were profitable, but robustness vary by market structure. So in every market, I fine-tuned the parameters like everyone. I can't just use another market's parameters for other. It will lose a lot of money. And the ADX Bollinger Band was the strongest in smooth mean reverting conditions. And ATR breakout works the best in markets like Bitcoin. It works the best. And failure mode showed that the drawdown clusters came from regime mismatch. So it's kind of hard to tell between when it will shift from sideways to the trending. Yeah. And the machine learning is kind of helpful, but not. It has a promising future. I will say that. And the evaluation of my work, is right here. So that based on EI's two things, they are tested and both works have profits. And the failure diagnosis is identified, and machine learning gate test as a loud block filter under chronological validation. And the main limitation is the machine learning applied only to ADX Bollinger Band due to the control scope and the computer constraints. So if I got a better computer, I can like do more. Yeah, it's overall assessment. So here's the conclusion, future advice. So the positive results, there are positive results that they're all winning in the backtest, and some in the I backtest them in 2026. Some of them is winning as well. and the adaptive robustness across markets. Though I need to fine tune every one of them, but the result shows good. So the strategy is fine. Only the parameters needs to be changed. And strategy logic transferable, parameters market specific is what I said before. And ADX Bollinger Band suit mean reverting conditions, and ATR breakout suit velocity expansion with continuation. Uh, yeah, machine learning is promising. Yeah. And the advice on future work is just always better computer, like more compute, more computer, better configuration, and yeah, and more try. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.